I'm exhausted. I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
I'm hungry.
Dude, I got some Village pizza here.
No way.
Yeah, bro, have you a piece?
Dude.
It's mostly gone just how good it is. Village Pizza is the home of pizza in Perry County. They have a wide variety of toppings, desserts, and other high-quality items on their menu. They offer the highest quality when it comes to dining in all of Perry County. Village is an excellent option if you're looking for an affordable meal, good employees, and a great environment. And if you want to throw a party, what better way to cater it than with a guaranteed W party food? Its staff is always hard at work providing you homemade ingredients all mixed into a perfect circle cut into triangles. Their pizzas are more than good. They're great. And if you're looking for a good job, Village Pizza is always looking for helping hands in the kitchen and up front. So go pick you up an application and start your journey as the pizza man you always dreamed of being. They're located at 853 Squirrel Hollow Drive in Linden, Tennessee. So go get you some Village Pizza and enjoy this episode of the Perry County Podcast. What's up, Perry County? Welcome back to the Perry County Podcast, Perry County's #1 podcast. Thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. So, it's the month of December. We're doing our Christmas giveaway. So, if you want to enter the competition, all you have to do is make a simple TikTok watching one of our episodes in your own weird and wacky way. The person with the most creative video and or the one with the most likes, depending on how creative y'all get, yeah, you'll win a $50 Visa gift card. We're going to give something away to second place. Don't know what it is yet. But you will win something. The winner will be announced on our Christmas special, which will come out on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
It'll be a little shorter episode for y'all.
What we thinking, like 30 minutes,
about
maybe
30,
do a little
about
bit of
30-minute skit. It might not even really be
for the boys.
Yeah. It'll be a good little episode for you to watch on Christmas Day. Find out if you won this Visa gift card, because who don't want $50? And all you got to do is just put the hashtag Perry County Podcast Christmas giveaway on your TikTok so we can look it up real simple on TikTok. And for more detail, you can go to my TikTok at Connor.Tenen on TikTok. Go check it out. There'll be a video posted, and you can learn all about it. Also, the link for that will be in the description alongside our founder merch. What's up? We got merch. It's going to be gone by the new year, so if you want to get on our founder merch, link is in the description. Go cop it before we drop it. And, yeah. Today we got Tristan DePriest on with us, alongside Trenton Bates and Andrew Finn. Tristan is joining us as another co-host.
I'm almost intimidated by the mustache.
I'm sorry that I missed the episode with Mr. Trent Roberts. Your boy was fattening up on Thanksgiving a little bit.
Hey, fair.
Hey, we're filming these a little ahead right now, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
the month of December is going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking 2 a week.
Yeah, two a week. Let's go, baby.
We got to get caught up somehow. And what better time than Christmas, man?
I was about to say, boys, it's Christmas.
We've also got our photos hung up. You probably can't make it out on the camera, but we got all these photos.
I'm just saying,
and stuff from
the picture of us three at Mr. Trent's wedding, actually, is honestly one of my favorites up there right now. I don't really know. I don't know what my hair was doing. Don't ask me.
What am I doing up here in a sling? I'm over here in a sling.
Well, that's your I Heart Linden picture.
Oh, yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you can really tell it.
Man was, I believe he was on the medicine at the time, too, so he was not all there.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I was really impressed.
He was going through some things. He had that surgery, and, yeah. Andrew's feeling good.
I was feeling great.
I was about to say, feeling good's an understatement.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
like top of the line, like.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
All right. Well,
We ain't copyrighted now. That's how I understand.
let me just go ahead and bring on our guest. All right. Today's guest is an icon amongst Perry County. He is James Rigby, also known as
Graduating
God.
class of 2020.
Come on, guys.
What's going on, man?
What's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
Nice to have you.
Gotcha. What you been up to, guys?
Oh, you know, filming podcasts here and there.
Same old,
Being
same
movie
old.
stars?
Yeah, man.
Filming
yeah,
a little
doing
podcast.
I mean, you know.
Working a little bit. Working.
Movie star, podcaster,
Boys,
same thing, right?
Deer season is in full
Swing.
swing.
And it's swinging.
Everybody's
Oh, it's
dropping them, and
swing.
I ain't even been.
We going tomorrow evening, son. We going tomorrow evening.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow evening, too. I'm going. It's happening.
Actually, my little cousin shot one earlier, but sadly, my uncle lost his contact right as they were climbing out of the stand and couldn't see nothing.
Dang.
So, looks like in the morning I'm gonna be tracking a deer, and then tomorrow evening, me and you gonna shoot them up, son.
Daisy shot one.
Daisy shot one.
Ooh, fancy.
Probably
Shot her a big old doe.
That's what I'm
Big
talking
old
about.
goal.
Big old doe.
Big old.
Have fun trying to find that blood trail after this rain.
Oh, I know I'm gonna have a fun time, which means I may be calling my boss to have her bring her tracking dog.
Hey, fair.
Bark, bark.
Yeah, bark, better bark a lot tomorrow.
You better get to it. Huh?
So we got the icon himself. We got James Rigsby, and I hear a lot of people call him God.
You want me to? I don't know where that started, but it started about sophomore year, and I think it started with Jack's Plunkett.
Yes, of
You know,
course.
I'm
Of
gonna
course.
call my cousin out here. Hey, in your phone, you are Mr. Steal You Girl Rigby.
Oh yeah, because I'm pulling women left and right. You know.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
most definitely.
so James, let's just hop right in for the people who just maybe don't know you. Where you from, man?
Well, I've been born and raised in Perry County. I went through the school system and things like that. Just typical things.
Lyndon Lovell.
I started out in Lowell.
Love it. It's where we.
With
It's where,
Yagoos.
it's where we all started, except for Finn.
Yeah, I was about to say everybody but Finley here.
These goons over here, man.
Well, hey, look, Finley started out in Memphis, so
You gotta have a
Memphis. Okay.
Memphis.
Okay.
You gotta have a rhino in the penguin field. You know what I'm saying? And Andrew is our rhino.
Hear me out. Public
Okay,
school, they
I
gave
kind of
me
think we
a-
should
a
go
MacBook
like
Air.
polar bear in the penguin
grade.
enclosure,
MacBook
but
Air.
Privileged.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
I got here and I was like, paper? What's that?
Like what is this
Seriously.
Stone Age shit? You know?
Yeah, man.
Oh goodness.
We
So
like it, we
how
like it.
how was it growing up in Perry County, man?
I mean, it's
More so Lowell.
It's not bad. Like what y'all talking about on that one episode, it was calm whenever Miss Tammy was the principal there.
You ain't lying.
Like it was just every other day, just walk in, you know.
No, I forget. Were you there when JB was principal?
No, I left right before JB came in.
I was about to say his last year. No, year before last at Louisville would have been.
Cause like we were right in front of like Gunnar Bradford and all them, and I think they got JB.
No, you weren't right in front of Gunner and them. You graduated with Tristan, did you not? Or did
No.
you graduate with?
No, Tristan
Jax?
Tristan is 1 year older than me. Jax, I graduated with them. That
Yeah.
was our class. Like
Yeah.
Dudley and all them. That was our class.
Oh, the gang.
Yeah. That made it really easy, like to transition and kind of mix together.
Yeah, that's
we
a
all,
good
We all
crowd.
knew each other like pretty
Yeah.
well.
I mean, y'all all played travel ball and stuff
Yeah.
together, and I mean baseball, man. You're kind of a baseball legend, right?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about your baseball days, James.
Well, look, I was really good as like a little kid. Like whenever we all played, I think we played on one team. Like I was really good then with like talent and all them, and then I went to Lowell. About as good as you can be in Lowell. I mean, Lowell it was basketball or nothing pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
it still is.
It still is like that. Yeah.
It's either basketball or golf. You've got no other options.
And the
down there.
golf team's so small in Louisville.
Oh, is it?
There's-
It was pretty big because it had like Brexton and all them whenever we were in it.
We'll see, like
After they left, dude, it was like Ellis.
Really.
yeah, it was Ellis. That was it.
Really.
Dang.
Well, the Haston boys,
Which one is it?
Kenner.
Tall one?
Yeah.
The tall one? Yeah.
Is he in
They're
high
both
school
tall.
yet?
No, he'll be in high school.
Next year.
Love them
Is it
Hastings.
next year?
They always make me feel
No.
short.
They were
No.
2 years
Yeah,
behind
same
me.
Well,
He's
yeah,
already
maybe.
a 6 footer, ain't he?
No.
Massive.
No,
not yet?
he is. Kenner's
Is
every
he?
bit of 6 foot.
He's got to be because he was like 5'8".
Because Landon Warren, which is Josh and What's his wife's name?
Beth.
Beth. Yeah. Josh,
Landon's a big kid,
He is a
dude.
big kid.
He's like 6'3" or something.
he's like
towers
he's
over
like
me.
6'3", 6'4", and he's in the 8th grade.
Yeah, he's big, man.
And I tell you what, he is a powerhouse on the court.
They're all supposed to be in high school, though. They all held him back for basketball.
Hey, that's what you want.
If you want to be successful in that, that's what you got to do. Is you got to hold everybody back.
Think about
Like I
it. He's
said-
going to be a freshman next year, and he's going to be starting.
Yeah.
He will be.
Well,
Landon,
no.
he for sure will be.
I'm talking
No,
about Landon.
I don't know about Landon. I honestly don't. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but the transition from middle school to high school basketball is insane.
It's big.
You saw how Colton, he starts.
Yeah.
He's a freshman.
He starts.
People,
He
yeah,
played-
bro. Colton's out there dunking. He ain't dunking, but he's
he played in
sinking
8th
threes.
grade. He played in 8th grade, and that's it. And he's already started.
Nah, he played in 7th. I'd lock him up when I was in 8th.
Really?
Hey, Colton Peebles, if you're watching this, I own you.
Oh,
Okay.
He used to, anyways. Probably couldn't.
Which
now.
one of the Mercer boys is it? He's a freshman,
Cole.
too.
Jake.
Jake,
Jake
yeah.
He's really
Jake.
good.
Jake
I play
is
with
good.
him almost
Jake's a
every
ball
day.
player.
Yeah, he's solid. I mean, his dad makes him get out there and play. I mean, you gotta do it.
Boys,
See him
I'm
on the
not
team.
going to lie. I may not
Yeah,
talk a whole lot
he
because my
starts.
tongue hurts really bad right now. I bit a hole in it earlier.
Trenton knocked his face in with a trailer gate and bit his tongue and was
Okay, we-
spitting up blood.
Okay.
Hit myself on the underside of the chin. Chin ain't hurting too bad, but my tongue hurts really bad.
You can imagine, yeah.
Do they just not have any players for all these freshmen to be starting?
They have players that are just
No.
They don't start Ellis.
Why?
I think that's funny, but they don't start
they don't
Ellis.
start Ellis. They start Lake and Riven.
Lakeland's good.
Lake
Riven's
got
good. Linden's
That
good.
first game in Hickman County, Lake got
and
put
Rose,
out
yeah.
for a little while.
Well, I mean, you got to start.
He had
your
2
young guys,
fouls.
though. You need to start him kind of get them just transitioning.
Which I
Which
mean,
I mean-
Larry and Chance do a good job of that. Like
They rotate pretty
yeah.
well.
they usually they'll always throw in. Like I'm pretty sure every player on that bench gets to play.
Yeah.
I seen Steven. Right, that's his name.
No,
Stevens
Stevens
won
got
that
the
guy, bro.
broke foot. It's Ryder.
Ryder
Yeah.
McKnight out there playing.
Which Ryder was real good in 8th grade, too.
Yeah, that was interesting. They throw anybody
This
out, but
year's-
Ellis ain't starting. I love that dude.
Next year's sophomore and freshman class have got some major athletes.
They really
Which
do.
that's good.
Yeah.
Because that
That's
means
what
you'll
you
be,
want.
you'll be
No,
good for a long time.
But they don't got James Rigby.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Difference maker.
That's
Uh,
where I draw the line.
We don't have James Rigby.
It's fine.
Oh, it's still
It
there.
caught on Connor's chair.
Still there.
But
No more James in baseball? What are we going to do? We can't even compete.
James just said screw baseball about his junior year because he snapped his ankle.
Oh,
Like
That'll do it.
Tristan can attest to this. Like I was right in front of Tristan. Tristan and PK were in the back. Dude, they just heard me yell, and then they see my ankle just snap, and I'm like hollering in pain, and just oh my god.
How did it happen?
We were on the track and we were getting ready for a game. I think we were trying to. I think we were thinking the game was going to be canceled. And then James was like, "All right, so go run about 3 laps, get warmed up. We're gonna practice even though the game's canceled." Game went back on, but I went to about the end of that pitching area. Right, I had that like a little dip in it before it gets over that little ditch. Yeah, ankle caught that dip, and 215-pound James Rigby all fell on that ankle and just ate grass.
Couldn't tell you the last time I weighed 215.
I've gained weight.
It was
That's
before 8th grade.
That's the thing I gotta watch out for. When y'all get out of high school, you're gonna gain weight. You're gonna gain weight. Everybody that I know has gained somewhat of weight.
other than Tristan.
Yeah,
Tristan's lost weight.
Tristan
Tristan looks like a crackhead, honestly. I love him to death, but he looks like a crackhead.
Like I thought, like wasn't he going to the gym or something?
Yeah, he was. Well, I take that back. He doesn't look like a crackhead no more. When he first started it, he got down to like 125 pounds.
Oh my god.
This kid is 6'2",
Yeah, he's taller than me, like by an inch. Oh my god.
and he weighed about 125, 125 at one point.
Wow.
He didn't look healthy.
Wow.
Now he's back up to about 140. He's looking pretty filled in. He's healthy.
Yes.
I wish I could just drop like 100 pounds.
Yeah, me too.
Jeez.
He counts calories relentlessly.
Relentless.
Like
That's good though. That's
he
a good
bought
thing.
he bought a little scale. He weighs out his food.
Whoa. Okay. I mean that's how you have to do it if you really want to get into it.
Man, he's religious with it.
Like me, I don't have the good work ethic. I'm just like, let's go to the gym, get a little sweat on.
Which see, like
we're gonna get a little pumpy in, you know.
That's what I
here
do.
recently, he hasn't been going to the gym though. But I mean, he's working in a fabrication shop.
Yeah,
so
he's busy.
I was about to say
He's always
he's
on his
doing
feet.
that. He's hunting.
And he's got that girlfriend.
Yeah, keeping him.
When's he just gonna put a ring on her, Trent?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man.
He's
I'll
he's
propose to her for
Just
him.
saying, we'll both go up there. And
We'll
be
say,
like,
hey, will you marry Tristan?
yeah. I mean,
He'll buy. We don't have a ring
We'll
right
buy-
now,
we'll
but he'll
buy the
buy
ring for
Yeah,
him.
I'll buy the ring, man.
I believe it's
Go to Walmart, get you
March
$20
makes 3 years together.
Boys, we gotta go to Walmart after this.
I
Me
was
and
thinking
James
more
need to
like
buy a $25 ring.
I was thinking more like a ring pop, but yeah, we can do a $25 ring.
ring pop.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Maybe if all 5 of us pitch in like $20, we can get like an $80 ring, and then we can just buy a bag of ring pops. for
Or
us
if
to
we
have.
all pitch in $20,
Oh,
we
for
can
us,
go buy
yeah.
McDonald's.
Just buying McDonald's to propose.
We ain't gotta pitch in $20 for McDonald's. McDonald's ain't that expensive.
Trini, have you been to McDonald's
Oh,
recently?
man.
You can get a 20-piece, a large fry, and a medium or a large caramel frappe for $12 and like 39 cents.
It used to be cheaper than that too.
It did used to be cheaper than
No.
that.
But dude,
But
I
I can
spent
ac- I can attest
$13
to that.
on all those items today. 13, Trent, not 12, 13. But I don't use the app. I just went to the window. That's
Yeah,
what
that does help just ever so slightly.
It saves you about 15 cents per item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Excuse me. Sorry,
speaking
boys.
of saving and racing and all that,
Yeah.
so what do you? I mean, I hear people call you Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr.
I mean,
It seems like you get called a lot of things, James.
especially my new job now as an ambulance driver.
No,
like
I bet you really are.
my mother legit goes to me the day that I get hired and goes, "It is only fitting that you are driving an ambulance at 100 miles an hour."
Your
He's like,
mom
all
did?
this like years of watching NASCAR is paid off.
Your mom said that?
Yeah, my mom's just
How
like,
is she?
she's mama. She's doing all right. She's
She's mama. I like that.
just keeping me, I guess, straight and just making sure my ducks in a row.
When's she just gonna say yes to me and marry me?
Hey, man, she's her own woman.
She's her own woman.
But you're her son and you can speak for her a
I mean,
little bit.
I would give you the blessing.
Dude, I'd have
But,
I'd
I
have
mean-
you escort me down the aisle. You'd be my flower girl, baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Hold up. No.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
You ever thought about like the Speedo with the American, the bald eagle on the
Oh,
front?
the
You gotta
American
get a
flag
bald eagle with a
speed.
Confederate flag on the back. Oh, American. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, let's go.
We need this wedding to happen now.
I need this wedding to happen tomorrow. I may have to be like burning that image out of my mind for the
Yeah, no,
for the
you're
rest
going
of my life. But it would be well worth it.
It's never gonna burn, man. That one never
James's
burn.
mom, if you are watching this, just know I love you and I'm always available for a nice 20-year-old woman. But yeah, moving right off of that, tragedies.
Thank
Tragedies.
God.
You drive in the ambulance, driving real fast. People all the time driving really fast, messing up, hitting trees.
Yeah.
I hear a tree. You didn't run into a tree, but a tree may have ran into your Cobalt.
Oh my God, yes.
And-
that is the scariest day in my life, and I think it was sometime in October, like 2 years ago, and like they didn't call for like no bad storms or anything. Did y'all get affected by this before I go into this? On like upper road.
A few years ago, when all of those trees
like
fell
Crooked
down.
Creek Marina just
You
got
were.
slammed.
No, we were definitely. I was lucky and I wasn't home. I was at my dad's grandmother's place
Yeah.
because we go down there and we clean it up every once in a while. But there were, well, to go into that story, I'll let you tell your part here in a minute. But we were affected by it. Yes.
I was doing
Pretty-
a lot of the cleaning up there.
Like cleaning up?
I wasn't affected, but
Well, we actually helped out the ambulances pretty good.
yeah,
That's good.
I cleared a lot of the roads out so they could get back there.
Good.
Well, like on Crooked Creek, where it's just sits in between two
hollers,
ridges. Yeah.
It's tough.
Like it's a holler between two
Storm
ridges.
Valley, baby.
It is Storm
Yeah,
Valley
yeah.
because Roans Creek is exactly the same way.
Yep.
Yeah. Like most of the time, if there's like any storm, they're like, "Oh, there's rotation. Oh, it's on Rollins Creek. Cool."
cool. Yeah, we knew that.
Cool. I'll be sitting
It's
here.
trash,
I'll be
dude.
sitting here watching it. It's fine.
You used to live on Roans Creek, right dab in the middle. It was trash.
Yeah.
Yep. But anyways, it was probably about 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
And again, no warnings of this, because usually my dad and my mom, they're good about the weather. Like, okay, you know, you don't need to go out. Things like, you know, stay home. If you're going to go out, stay somewhere. You know, it's going to get bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you start seeing the trees, you know, just kind of whipping around. What they do in a storm.
Yeah, I was about to say, any low-level storm, the trees are going to whip around a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
We're
the
gonna do a
calm
little
before the
wobble.
storm crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it starts swaying, and there's a huge gust of wind. I'm talking about probably about 65 miles an hour. Like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it does it again. But the second time it's longer. Like, it's continuously getting longer by each one. It's getting more powerful. And we're like, okay, this isn't normal. So what we're doing is we're like, okay, we're going to leave. Because, again, if you get stuck down there, you get stuck down there.
Yeah.
There's only two ways out.
Yeah.
If two of them block off, you're just SOL.
Yeah, you sitting right in the middle of Wind City.
Yeah, you're just kind of you're sitting there. Well, I go out to go put on the little $5 slides you get at the dollar store, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're gonna
slipping
leave.
them off.
This, like, it's the biggest tree in like the 10-mile radius. It lives right next to my house.
It's that white oak.
Yeah,
It was a big white oak.
yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, it's freaked me out what I saw inside of it. It slams the cobalt. I'm talking about it
In
falls
front of
right
you, like
in
you
front-
watched it happen?
Yeah, like I'm out on the porch on my shorts getting my little slides, and I just see the tree rip the side of the roof off, and I'm like, oh my God. And then it kills the cobalt. The cobalt's like raised up like that.
It ripped the
It's a
side
little
of
sedan.
your house roof?
No,
It tore off part of the porch roof, didn't
the
it?
porch roof.
Oh.
We have the roof.
And
we
you're
have the-
standing there on the porch?
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay. But thankfully, I mean, the good Lord was with me. Is like, it didn't hit the center of the porch. It like kind of curved at an angle. So it took that corner out.
Oh.
And then, well, the cobalt's just smashed, and we're just kind of like, okay, we need to get the hell out of here. Like,
Yeah.
we need to go.
Like,
because
it's time to go.
It's time to go.
The cobalt has just been sacrificed.
Yeah, there's the warning sign from God. I'm going to take the cobalt. I'm going to take you with me. Or something like that.
Oh, God.
It's time to go home.
Yes, it's time to go away from home.
Time to leave home, bro.
I got a feeling that
Don't
would have
leave
been
home.
a good indicator to just get under the house.
You know?
And again, it's like it's 90 mile an hour wind that's going on, and like we're trying to get to the little golden Ultima that we have.
Oh.
It's
The cobalt's dead.
Yeah, cobalt's dead.
Go.
Cobalt's dead as hell. Cobalt is like that 12-year-old kid you shit on in COD. It's just and then like a 30-foot tree falls right in front of the cobalt too, and it's smashes it even more. Oh God! Like we're just like, okay, we're going. And like we get to my aunt's house, my aunt and uncle who lives in that little maroon house. You know where that's at?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, we parked the Ultima in the main driveway, and this huge ass tree that they have really starts picking up. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it falls, and we're thinking, oh, there goes the damn Ultima. And well, the thing is it missed the Ultima, but I'm kidding, probably about 3 or 4 feet.
That's
And
insane.
it pins the little Ultima there, and we can't back out or anything.
You're like, well, it's a sitting duck now.
So we just sat in their house, and we're like, oh God. Like this is how James dies in a damn storm.
James dies in a storm
The cobalt's
That wasn't
been
even
saved.
expected. Just like
in November of 2020.
Just all of a sudden,
gone. But I mean, yeah, the
Out of
cobalt got smashed, and that is probably I have anxiety about storms now. Like I don't fuck with storms. Like I'm over there on my little weather out looking at the storms. Look at that little red. I'm like, oh shit, here comes that red. I ain't about storms anymore.
Ain't about that life.
No.
So what was on the inside of that big white
It
oak?
was rotted.
Rotted.
It was rotted. I'm talking about, stuff's about like this table, right?
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Probably from like right around here, it's all rotted.
You know
And that
what?
tree is swaying, so I mean, you're thinking it's going to go at any time.
Yeah.
And that's been there for like 18 plus years. And it's been rotted out for that long. And I was like,
We just
I think
saw-
that was a blessing because it could have been, way different. It could have killed the whole house if it fell right.
Yeah.
'Cause it was going to fall
Well, the
eventually.
cobalt took one for the team, and unfortunately, it got hit again.
It quite literally beat the dead horse.
The
It
cobalt
beats
was
it.
like, all right, do it again. And it did it again. I mean,
You
Hey, that first tree fell on me, and it was just like, you know what? That wasn't that bad. I
It
believe
was-
I could take
I can
another
take
one.
another
It
one.
wasn't. It hit like the front bumper, which I mean, you're not gonna fix the front bumper if you're like us. But, I mean,
Yeah.
it could have been saved, and then it just gets like the upper hood just smashed. It's just raising up like that now.
like-
You're splitting wood with an axe.
got,
It's
got
just
the damn
slap.
reverse North Carolina squat
Like
going
you're sitting
on.
there. You're sitting there with a little bit of hope. You're like, okay, maybe we can fix it.
No. The good Lord
There
said,
goes all your
no.
hope.
So
The
inside
cobalt
of
just
that tree
wasn't meant
just
to be.
completely rotted.
It was completely rotted
Which
around.
is honestly common with those white oaks.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if they're not,
Especially over by the creek.
Yeah, I was about to say which with where that tree sat, it wasn't in a very good
It wasn't
place.
safe, no. I mean,
Even on
It
a-
didn't really catch good sunlight ever.
no.
It didn't really get much rain with where it sat. So
had
I
a-
mean, it wasn't bound to live for forever right there.
not
We
at
had
all,
a
no.
job where we worked on this dude's porch.
Yeah.
And I was just going to replace a few things, some deck board. We got down in his 4x4, one of the supporting beams of this deck.
Yeah.
This dude's on the river. This
Okay.
deck is off the
Like,
ground.
is it like one of those, like, river lots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This 4x is completely rotted on the inside. The outside's sturdy.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
his porch
Yeah,
is just going to go at any time.
which I mean, as long as the outside's good, you're fine because that's what holds
It was-
90% of
it
your
was,
weight.
It was dead on the inside, and then there was a spot on the side where it kind of broken out.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that probably needs to go. So I'm
That-
going to
yeah.
take that out, and we're going to. It was a wonder, man. I don't know how that porch didn't fall.
We were looking for stuff that was rotted because he said there was stuff rotted. He just wanted to replace a few decks on the porch. I found them with my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
about walk
if you
through
can.
'em.
it's
I don't know
crazy.
how it is in life, but, like, some things that you think are going to break are never going to break.
Yeah, and the
then-
things that you think should never break
Break.
will break.
Like treated lumber. It's not
Yep.
supposed to design.
Like, you'll
for
have
the-
that little
I mean,
80s Honda Civic that's having about 400,000 miles, still runs like a dime, and then you'll have, like, these newer trucks, you'll get, like, a sensor,
Yeah.
and it's just all downhill from there.
and they're hard to work on.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
expensive,
they're hard to
too.
work on. Computers
Expensive,
is what's killing a lot of it. It makes
Computers
everything
is
a
killing
lot
my
worse.
backyard mechanic skills. What it's doing, I can't.
Speaking
Yeah.
of computers, real unfortunate events
Yeah.
occurred yesterday, which led to a good story.
Yeah.
Which we can tell that here in just a minute. About that funny story I was talking about with that storm. So back last January, not last January, but the January before. It was the January of my sophomore year.
Okay, so I was probably, like, what about senior?
Yeah, you would have been a senior. My great granddaddy passed away, which was a couple. It was about 4 or 5 months after that storm.
Yeah.
Cause you graduated the year of that storm.
Yeah. We graduated in 2021, things like that.
Yeah, and that storm hit in 2020.
Yeah.
In November of 2020. So it was about this time 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Nearly to the date. And we were playing.
Keep going. Keep
What
going.
y'all playing over
We
there?
ain't got the,
I don't know what they're playing, but I'm sitting here like, what in the world are they
we ain't
doing?
got the funny part yet.
But we weren't playing. But so my great granddad, he thought he was a self-proclaimed weatherman.
Oh, yeah, just wakes out.
Like-
Not wakes up. Goes out and just.
Doesn't
Yeah,
even
I'm in a
step
little tornado.
outside.
Just, yeah, I know.
He just got that little bit of arthritis in his knee. He's like, oh, God, everybody needs to bunker down today.
A little bit of arthritis my hind end. That man was 86 and worked like a slave his whole life. He had arthritis.
My grandfather's the same way. He's probably bundled up in his bunker right now.
Yeah. And well, on his right hand, his middle finger and his ring finger stayed like straight for the most part his whole life because he got him caught in a cotton gin.
Yeah.
So he couldn't close his hand or nothing on his right hand, so they always stayed out. Well, I guess he got mad because he was watching a ball game on his TV and the wind knocked it out.
No.
And he couldn't watch the ball game. So he goes outside in his little Dodge 1500,
Yeah.
a single cab red Dodge 1500.
Yeah.
Well, he just his driveway, it goes up the hill and it circles around his house and then it meets back into the driveway and then you can go down.
Yeah.
Well, he drove on around that loop a little bit and right where he was going to turn, a tree had fell.
Okay.
So he was like, all right, whatever, it's fine, I'll just back out. Well, he was sitting there listening to the ball game for a minute, and about the time he was about to go to back out, a tree fell right on his tailgate.
Okay. Yeah, I bet that makes you pucker.
Well, he didn't care.
He just
Okay.
listened to the ball game.
he
ain't
did-
no
He
care
said,
in the world.
fuck, I'm listening to these Braves right now.
So, no, it was a college
Oh, it's
basketball game.
college? Okay.
A college
A
basketball
college
game.
basketball game. He's over here risking his life.
And
Nothing wrong with that.
so, and this was like right at the beginning of the storm when it started getting good,
Yeah.
Well, he sat there through the entirety of that storm, and he had 3 big trees. I mean, big trees in his yard. Every one of them fell, and he just sat there right beside every one of them.
If the Lord's going to take him, it's going to take him, I guess.
So he's going to
Well,
go
That's
out
how
doing what he
thinks.
loves.
Well, he was like, "Well,
He's
I've
like,
lived."
We getting jiggy with it.
He said, he told us, he was like, "Well, I've lived for 80-something years now." He said, "And if a tree is what took me out, I was okay with it."
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Fair,
Yeah.
man.
That's fair.
I was listening to the ball game. I'll be golly if you stop me.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's just like a way to go.
I mean, that's fair, because especially if he's done, like, nothing but hard work. Man's worked all the time.
You don't care no more.
well, like,
care,
he
dude.
lived on a farm his
Yeah,
whole life. He
don't care.
worked in tin plants, worked on a pipeline.
My
Man
luck,
had no care in the world. There's no way he did.
No.
my luck, it
and-
wouldn't even kill me. I'd just like lose half my body.
Oh, God.
Somebody like you would come by and save me.
I do, yeah.
Well,
Like,
speaking
please
of
don't, I'm
speaking of
moving
an
on.
ambulance,
Yeah.
the ambulance has got a call to go down to Pond Holler.
Oh.
And this lady,
I think I've
So-
heard this story.
so my uncle and my granddad got on both of our tractors,
Yeah.
and they were trying to clear out trees that way the ambulance could get down there. Now it's probably 5-6 miles in total, plus what they had to get out in Pond Hollow.
Yeah.
So both of them had chainsaws. They were cutting up the trees and moving them out of the way with the tractors, with whatever was on. One of them had a hay spear on it, and the other one had a bucket.
What works, works.
Yeah. So they're sitting there pushing everything out of the roads, trying to get down there. And, well, eventually they got down there because they seen an ambulance, so they were trying to help the ambulance get down there as fast as possible. They talked to them, seen where they were going.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, well, follow us. Just stay behind us by about 100, 120 yards. That way, there's plenty of room for them to move around, get whatever out of the road.
Yeah.
And, so they worked on that for 3 hours to get down there. It took every bit of 3 hours to get about 6 miles.
Yeah.
That ambulance got down there, and that woman refused to get into the ambulance.
I heard about that, and that makes my blood boil, man. Like, okay, as a guy who's going into this profession, man, we're here to help.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, once you sign that kind of like that contract and going into school and stuff like that, it's not about you. It's about helping people.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you called an ambulance, and I don't know what the nature of the call was. But
Yeah,
I mean,
we didn't know none of that. We were just told, hey, they got to get down there as fast as possible.
and that's probably, and it probably sounds like it was an emergency call. Like it
Yeah.
was probably something serious. Like,
And it turns out I don't think it was nothing just serious. But my uncle told that woman, and I'm not gonna say which uncle it was, but my uncle told her, he said, look, you've got one of 2 options.
yeah,
You can get in that ambulance and go with them,
yeah,
or I'm going to put you in that ambulance, and you're going to go with them whether you like it or not. And then whenever the cops show up down here, I'll tell them I done it, and then they'll say, okay, and leave.
yeah. Because I mean, driving an ambulance is hard enough, and I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine driving it back there in that time period.
Oh, yeah. Like, at the time, which the roads down there it's still a church road for
Yeah, it's-
2.5 miles.
It's probably always going to be.
No,
That's all it'll ever be. They won't ever pave that,
No.
which I honestly hope they don't, because then that just means more people are going to want to move down there, and that's not really what we
don't
need.
look. Rollins Creek area is full enough. We're good.
Roans Creek's full enough. Crooked Creek's full enough.
Dude, the
Tom's
Mennonites
Creek's
are
full
just
enough.
Spread like a virus down there. And especially
Well, there's
on Roans
Mennonites on
Creek.
Crooked Creek. There's Mennonites trying to take over Roans Creek completely.
No, dude, they've almost done it.
Have you seen what they're doing up there on Hornwall Ridge now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Golly.
that. I've seen that.
Golly.
Is that all Mennonites moving up there?
A lot of it's people
Have you
coming in
seen-
from Texas and New York and California.
Have you
And they're
seen
doing
that
massive
Mennonite
houses on
mansion
lots
on
right
Roans
next to
Creek?
each other.
Yes.
You can make it out through you can make the
Yes.
lights out. You can't really see the building as much
Oh,
as
like on
it
the
is
road
a-
between Roans Creek and Tom's Creek?
Yes.
Who lives there, and what do you
It
do
is
for
a
living?
mansion, dude.
Dude, no, there's not one. There's 3 houses, and the one you can see from the road is the smallest.
Like, I want to know what they do for a living. I don't know. I want to know where they.
They
came
don't
from.
pay taxes.
No way.
I guess.
No way they do.
They don't
can't-
pay taxes. No, I know for a fact they don't, because they quite literally do not have to pay taxes. That's part of the things about being a Mennonite.
Part of a midnight, yeah.
Sure.
But the thing is
They drive nicer trucks
Like
than me.
Facts.
if you own a business as a Mennonite, you're supposed to pay taxes on that business. They're not.
They don't have it registered under them. They don't have Social Security numbers to do it.
But the only thing about those mansions is you can only see it in this time of season. You can't see it during the summer.
No, whenever the
Once
leaves
still-
fall, and you can't really even see it during the day. It's when it's nighttime. You can see the lights.
like
You
a
see
hidden
all the
world.
windows.
Yeah.
What's their light bill like?
I promise you, we could add all
It ain't
five.
hurting.
We could add all 5 of our light bills together, and it probably wouldn't come close.
Because all of the lights are always on. And there's another one whenever you're heading out towards the armory, leaving Roans Creek, whenever you get on Dumoni.
Yeah.
You look over to the right, you can see his huge mansion through there.
No, you don't know who owns that house?
Who?
My boss.
Okay.
Jeffrey Miller owns that house on Dumoni.
I can see.
I can see that.
There's 500 acres with that house.
Only 500?
There's about 500 acres with that house, and it's a 5,500 square foot house.
Mr. Graham, his is about 7,000 square foot, and then then he has the guest house.
Yeah.
And then all the other houses that he owns and the thousands
No,
of
you want to know
acres.
why he built that house?
I know why he built that house.
No, not Graham. Jeff. You want to know why they had that house built? A hunting lodge.
Oh, just a hunting lodge?
Okay.
That's a hunting lodge.
That's a hunting lodge.
Okay.
Okay.
You want my
So what's his
idea of a
actual
hunting
house?
lodge
Yeah, I
is?
want to know the actual house.
That was his actual house, too. But he said, no, that's our hunting lodge.
That's the okay.
I wish I could just be like, no, that's our second house.
No, that's just the guest bedroom. That's not even a house.
That's just the guest house.
Yeah. God, I wish I had a 5,500 square foot guest house.
That's the towel house.
Boys,
We keep towels in there.
I hope
just
y'all know,
towels.
if I ever build a 5,500 square foot hunting lodge, I want you to come to my house and beat me until I'm on the verge of dying, and then wait till I'm healthy again, and then do it again.
If I ever build a house like that, I want you to come over and bring all your stuff.
A house like that, I cannot be in there by myself. I'll get lost.
I'll get spooked.
Imagine cleaning
I hate
Especially on Dumoni.
trying to
I'd
clean
get
that.
spooked out on Dumoni. Even just driving at like 2 a.m. or something out there. You're like, the headless horseman's finna be there.
I hate to
Or the
break it to you,
screaming girl on Dumoni
but
Hill.
if I wake up in the middle of the night, if I'm not at my house or my mama's house,
I'm getting
I'll get lost between my room and the bathroom, wherever I slept in the bathroom.
I feel that.
You ain't kidding.
When I wake up in the middle of the night, I don't know who I am, where I'm at, what I'm doing. All I know is I have to pee.
Who's this
That's what I'm
strange
saying.
guy?
Like when those tones go off at the EMS center and you hear Mr. Adams' soothing voice, he don't make it better. He'll be like, all right, we got a little 40-year-old male chest pain, and it's like 2 in the morning. I've been asleep, and I'm trying to get my bearings to pick up on this address.
He
and
comes
I'm
with a PA now, don't he?
yeah, like there's a tone. Tone wakes your ass up. It's like
Yeah.
a broadcasting
Yeah.
system thing. It wakes you
Yeah.
up, but you're still just hung over, and like you just hear Adam that's a 40-year-old man with an elephant sitting on his chest, and you're just like falling back asleep. And then you like turn the wrong way. And you're like, oh shit, this is the ambulance bay. Let's go over here. Like I understand that completely because I don't know where I'm at. And then like I'll sit there in the ambulance waiting on my medic. I'm just like 8:49. Show us like responding. And then
Show us in the ambulance, I think.
yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think. Where'd you say this was again? Oh, okay. I'll be there in a minute.
So, you're a first responder,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So,
How many shifts have you worked?
Well, shifts. Are you talking about the ambulance center or like the jail? Because I work both. I don't work at the jail nowhere near as much.
Just the ambulance center.
Ambulance center, probably about 5 weeks, so probably about 10 shifts. I work 2 days each on the week.
Really?
is it the field that
That's
you, you originally wanted to go into?
Hell no.
What did you want to go into before?
I wanted to be a teacher. Like, I honestly...
Oh, that's trash.
I wish I
look.
would have known that later.
Look, don't get me wrong.
You need teachers and all, but
You do need teachers. I hate to break it to you, and it's just the way I was raised.
Yeah.
I guess I was raised by my grandparents. I was raised old school. I believe in whippings wholeheartedly,
Same here. That's what I grew up on, man. If you,
and I hate to break it to
Same
you,
way.
but I wouldn't stop whipping kids in school till they were in graduating college.
yeah.
And I'm just saying, the older you get, the worse your whippings get. It shouldn't be, an eighth grader getting the same paddling as a kindergartner.
Dude,
I grew up on that
I'm-
Kevin Tennant pack.
I'm 19 years old. If I'm not
Grew up on
studying,
pig
my mom's
pie.
like, I'm gonna like, you need to get your crap together, or threatens me, just I'm gonna whip your ass, stuff like that. Like it's,
Yeah.
that's how I was raised.
And
dude.
see, like, now the thing is I'm not just going to get a whipping anymore. She's just going to turn around and hit me, and wherever her hand makes contact, that's where it makes contact.
Deal with it, yeah.
I may get slapped across the face, or I may get hit in the cuts.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got whooped so many times, and then finally they're like, okay, let's change it up. I had no idea it was coming. They were like, I'm just disappointed. Killed me. Broke
Oh.
my heart. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
hurts. That
I was
first,
about to
I was
say-
disappointed, and you're just like, fuck, man.
It's just
Yeah.
a mental warfare.
Yeah,
You've overcome the physical part of it.
Physical-
Now you are in
physical-
the
The mental
mental
challenge is
warfare,
there.
and after
physical
you
pain has
overcome,
no effect
You come
anymore,
out on
so
top
it's
of them.
just
You're
like,
like, I'm a therapist now. Like I could do things with my mind that a lot of people can't. Like that's, I have overcome these trials.
and I'll tell you what.
trials and tribulations come a long way.
Whenever they realize that, hey, a whipping's not going to do it anymore, and then you get that first, I'm just disappointed.
It hurts.
And then you
Kill
just,
me.
and then
It hurts.
I'll tell you what, the realization that comes along with that, you're just like,
Yeah.
See, when lashing stopped, and me and Tristan, he did something very disappointing to me, and I just said, I'm not mad.
Just
Just
disappointed.
disappointed.
So I'm
And
just
that
disappointed.
stung him, and I can speak for him. That just
Kill it.
stung.
did that sting, Tristan?
Oh, yeah. I'm
No,
telling
it
you,
didn't.
dude,
He
it
don't
hurts.
care. You know why he don't care? Because he's like me.
Okay. But anyways,
Like you
What was
were,
the
well,
reason
like you were about this time last year, whipped.
You asked me not to bring these subjects up.
Okay.
Yep.
That's where I'm gonna go take a pee.
Okay.
I'll be right back,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
But
Okay.
So I got a question. Was this why you disappeared for 6 months? Like about this time, let's see, what is today? November 26th.
there you go.
So November 26th. Let's see, there's
There you
30
go.
days. 1, 2, 3, 9 days. So in 9 days, you disappeared for 6 months this time last year.
Did Kevin Tennant give you the I'm disappointed and you just went into just a depression
No,
state?
no.
I give
No.
Tristan the I'm disappointed because he did something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't listen. That's my
He
bad.
did something a
He
little
went to a
foolish.
depression state. That's
But it's whatever. Things
You felt
happen.
as a
and
father figure. Just,
I really
you was
did.
looking at yourself.
Yeah.
Just like,
I was
I'm
looking at
wrong.
my creation. Something I was like, oh, he's growing on me. The
Yeah.
kid, he's doing things. He's out here. No.
Yeah.
No, listen.
failure.
I'm telling you, he's kind of just like me now.
Okay.
He is
And
turned
in
into a
most
miniature corner.
in most aspects
really
he
is.
is.
Okay.
But in this one, in the lady department, he's just not like.
It'll come with time.
No, he's got to be his own man there. I mean,
He's
Well,
got
like I
to figure
said,
not everybody can be the Connor Tennant of the.
That's true.
But for
gotta-
6 months, you were whipped, son.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why you're disappointed in him.
He's got to figure it out.
Because he's whipped.
Well, Trent,
But anyways, I mean,
He enjoys it though.
yeah, I wonder.
you might be too.
Not me. Not no more.
Are you and her together yet?
Shut up, Justin.
Oh, man. Oh,
We said we weren't bringing that up on podcast no more.
All right,
give me
so
a
James,
Huh.
let's talk about your woman's situation, James. What's going on with the
There
women?
is no waters.
I mean, I thought you was gonna say there is no situation. I would have been like, yeah, there is no
Yeah.
situation.
Oh, well, that too.
Yeah.
I could have answered that one for
How's it
James.
feel, man? I mean, we're
What's
living a life over
no,
here.
no,
Single
James.
life,
I don't
that's
know
what
if you
it
really
is.
want to get into this or not, but I'm going to talk about it because
Have
I'm
some of Connor's water.
I'm open to talk about it myself. So, obviously, you've had a pretty serious relationship, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
I obviously won't drop her name, whatever.
Pretty serious relationship. I did not know about
So,
Yeah, it was pretty.
y'all are broken up now.
Yeah.
It sucks, don't it?
Yeah, it sucks, but I mean, I won't go into the reason why. But you just look back and you're just like, well,
There
I did
goes-
my part.
Yeah, there goes all that time.
Yeah.
That you
Gave it all
I
you
mean,
had.
I did my part. You know.
this. Well, is there any...
Yeah.
And I'll ask this kind of for me.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you realize you could have done different now?
Yes, but not in the way that you think. I told Jason Urban. I'll put his name on here. My boy Jason Urban. He's getting to a lady friend.
Oh, Irby.
You know,
Yeah, well,
he's got him. He's getting
Jason.
a woman. Yeah, he's getting a woman. He's
How's
working
how's
on
he
it.
doing nowadays?
He's doing all right. He's living up in
Martin.
Martin with his sister and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
he
heard about
works
that.
at one of the grocery stores and stuff.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, the biggest regret that I had, the biggest thing that I wish I would have done differently, is think that I had to change.
No, you should never change.
Like, I mean, when you love somebody so much, you want to change, right? That's your part.
Yeah.
My thinking is
Like,
if you are in true love with somebody, it's not that you want to change, it's that you're just, both of y'all are kind of just changing more so into each other than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's
I mean-
not like you're changing purposely. Like, with me, I could just be speaking, could have just been weird, you know. But, like, I feel like it's, you slowly change, like, you start liking the things they like. Not because, like, you purposely changed into it,
Yeah. But I mean,
but
it's,
just because it's just slowly,
For me, it was like we were one person.
Yeah.
yeah. That's,
I get that.
see, ours was different.
That was mine.
Ours was a little bit different. Like, she had her things that I liked and I had my things. But
Yeah.
we both respected
yeah,
each other. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, she
I
liked
mean,
certain
that's the
stuff,
way
I
with
was-
it, too. I mean, there's some things you just won't.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Definitely
makeup, not a fan of that.
but
Definitely
I mean,
some things that
I mean, that's the biggest regret, and I speak that for every one of y'all.
definitely some
You know,
things that I like.
y'all four right here, exceptional guys. Ain't a thing wrong about y'all.
You're a pretty dapper guy yourself,
Well,
James.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. But like,
Yeah,
You're a
man.
pretty
You know,
dapper Dan.
is do not change yourself, no matter how much.
We better go check on the Altima.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
Oh
I'm kidding.
god! Oh god! No.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was wondering whose little car that was parked in the front yard. I was like,
That's-
whose
that-
little
now-
car is this?
Now the little golden one is my dad's, just little, I guess, just clunker, just a work clunker.
Yeah.
Now Mama's newer, Ultima, that's hers.
Oh, so you're still,
Well, what's
still
this?
doing,
What's this little bit you was about to say? You got me hooked.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just
I'm with you.
like I said, speaking from y'all, I mean, some people need to change, right? I mean, if you're controlling,
If you're
change.
controlling, toxic,
Yeah, get
it out of
the fuck
here.
out of here with that.
Get on
But I mean,
somewhere.
if you want to change somebody just because you love them, don't. Then that's the biggest red flag that tells you that's not going to work.
It's not
Yeah.
personal. If you think you have to change them in some sort of way, go find you another person.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Not the
Easy.
end of the world.
and like
It's
that's
not,
just the
but-
biggest regret that I have. And like other than that, I don't really have no real, like, I guess, remorse or anything. I did my part. That's my opinion on it.
Are you?
Now, how long did it take you to? Did it take you a couple weeks to figure
No,
out?
it took me months. I'm still just now getting over it.
Hey.
Like I was really serious. Like I loved her to death. She was everything that I
Everything
wanted.
you wanted and everything you needed.
I thought she supported me, and I thought
How long
she's
ago's this been?
Not too long ago.
about like 3 months, 4 months,
How long y'all were y'all together?
like 5, 6 months.
I think it was a solid. It was a solid month and a half. I was in for a year and a month.
Yeah. See, like, it wasn't no year relationship, but like it was. I guess it was intense. It was intense. Like it was kind of. We had the same, I guess, morals, and it just clicked.
Yeah.
And then
It
it,
was a
just
solid-
slowly started kind of going away.
Yeah, man.
Well, like,
you hate to see it because you're watching it happen.
Yeah, you're watching it happen, and
it's
you're trying.
it's in for like 2-3 months,
Yeah.
and then
Then it's out, and then it's back in, then it's out again.
Yeah.
and it changes daily.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my thing, and this is a bit strange because I didn't know I was about to just fall into a relationship, fall
See,
in
that's
love
how
with
it
this
was
girl.
with me.
Yeah.
I seen
Wasn't
this
looking.
person, and I seen that they needed help.
And that's
And my thing is I've
that's-
always tried to help people,
yeah.
That's exactly
especially
how it was.
throughout high school, and especially after I hit my lowest sophomore year. I've kind of reformed who I am and how I do
Yeah.
things.
And,
And like I seen this person, they needed help. Didn't know I was gonna fall in love.
And that's the
No
thing
idea.
too, is if you're pure with yourself, if you're just 100%, you're never go wrong. And that's the same way I found her. She was in a dark state, just hold on, we're not going to go into that. But she got better, whenever I was in the relationship, and whenever she, went her way, and I went her way. And that's the thing that I look back is I was like, I did my job. I did my part. She got better and she got happier.
You see, I got that guilt though because I thought I helped. I really did. And by the
That's true.
time I was out of the picture, it's almost like I did nothing.
Yeah.
See, I haven't had that yet.
I got that guilt.
Because that's been the blessing of being like so busy. It's like like I told you last night. Is I'm in school Monday through Wednesday, work at the ambulance center, and then I do clinicals.
Like
I'm
I
just
won't get
going
into any
nonstop.
detail, obviously.
Yeah.
All confidential.
Yeah.
But like, there's definitely that little bit of guilt because I did everything I could and it wasn't good enough.
I got cheated on.
See,
So I really felt like I was like, man, I must not have done something right. But it took me maybe a month and a half to figure out I did everything I could.
And I wish I would have
Well, I'll tell you what.
found that out sooner.
One good thing that come from Connor getting with that woman was me and Finn got real close. And
We did get real close.
You watched episode 2. I mean, we talked all about it.
Yeah.
Well, me and Finn started getting close. I wouldn't say we got real close. And then whenever Finn and his girlfriend broke up, that's when we really got close.
And see,
because I have no animosity towards Connor for him just spending a lot of time with her because he was happy.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I can say about our friend group is we're all pretty well like.
If somebody's happy, we're gonna support them.
Yeah, like if somebody's happy, we're happy for them. You know, it's not you're spending more time with her or this that.
And that's how
With
my group
one
got.
exception.
Okay.
Yeah, with one.
Well, let me rephrase that into a way that fits while we're talking about the exception. As long as we can see that it's healthy,
Yeah, healthy's a
And-
big word. Okay.
healthy and happy,
On
Then-
both ends.
then we're all, like, okay, they're happy. We've got to, be a little grown up about it
Yeah.
and just accept the fact that, hey, they've got things they've got to do. But,
I mean, that's how my group was, and coming out of those bad situations, you find out who your really friends are, like who
oh, yeah.
who really cares for you. Like,
I got something, Joe. You're talking about how your friends are, like, so your friend group in high school, right?
yeah.
Who was all in it?
Well, this is where it gets weird because I was just that guy, like, hey, there's James.
You're that
Yeah.
guy.
I mean, I
wasn't that
my
guy.
freshman year,
You're
I
that
was
guy.
talking to you and Tristan in the
Yeah, like me and
hallway.
Tristan,
Like everybody loves you, dude.
We're really good about sophomore, junior year. But
Your
whenever,
sophomore year, like,
we were
more
really
towards
tight.
the end of your freshman year, y'all started talking, and then your sophomore year, y'all started, really hanging out and
really,
stuff.
really getting in, like, I mean, just tight. Well, then Tristan,
good?
I mean, he gets older, and I love Tristan to death. He's still my brother from another mother. But then I met. You good?
We're just counting.
But then I met the four. We're the four horsemen. Now. I work. I don't know.
The four horsemen.
Just four horsemen.
Of the
Just
apocalypse?
just the four nerdiest guys you wouldn't imagine.
Oh.
And it was Ethan Edney, Jason Urban, and Brenton, and then Kane Mayberry.
I love Brenton. Kane was in there?
Yeah,
Kane.
Kane was in there big.
Yeah, Kane was in there big.
That's strange,
And,
dude.
and these boys have changed my life. Like, I love these guys to death, and like we talk to each other every day. We'll play a little COD here and there, or
Yeah.
just do a little call. Like, well, how's it going? How's
Yeah.
school been?
So, when you broke up with
Yeah.
your girl, you find out who your friends are really. Like, I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
because, like, who were those people for you?
it was them, and it was just a combination of how people treat you too. Like, you look around. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. That week after, I hit up Charlie Jones, Jackson's dad. I said, hey, Charlie, I was like, girlfriend left me, just not in a dark place. And he goes, all right, let's ride. And I went out with him on calls and stuff like that, and it was fun. Like stuff
just
like
riding for 6 hours.
just riding
Yeah.
for 6 hours, just chilling, talking, doing everything that needs to be done in the county. And he was just like, that right there meant a lot because he goes, you have my number, let's get together Friday. Like, I was like, that's
Yeah.
cool. Because the sad thing about it with the guys is we're all in college now. Like,
Yeah.
you'll learn that.
Yeah, like you're
Like,
all
You'll learn.
people have things they have to
And
do.
that is-
like with us three. We're not going to college. Trent's going to TCAT and Crump. Right?
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the boat, and so is he.
I'm either hitting the boat or I'm gonna move off somewhere.
I
For
may be a little
while.
closer
Like I'll
to
be,
Crump.
but I'll
You'll
live
be
here
back.
again.
I'll be back.
But like,
soon.
for a little while I'm gone, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, anyways, like you're not gonna be there, but they still like call me, like, how you doing? You doing better?
Yeah.
Let's get on tonight. Let's play little games here and there, like just things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't do much because he's in college. Ethan's in college. Ethan is just doing a medical thing. He'll be in school for like 8 years.
Oh yeah.
Just that typical medical thing. Jason's up in Martin, and Brenton's just Brenton. Brenton just hangs around. He kind of goes with Shane and all that stuff. Shane's been our like new addition. He's like the child of the group, and we're kind of like steering him in. Like,
Yeah, I know
do this.
Shane was really excited for your episode. Him and Brenton.
Actually,
him and Brenton want to come on.
yeah,
like, together.
I was about to say
And I-
Shane's trying to
that-
get Brenton on
that's
because
a
that's
good
the what that's the I was talking to Shane's girlfriend right before this episode. Whenever I went to Sonic,
Love Megan.
and
Love her.
That's great.
she said she was like Shane wants to do it, but he doesn't.
Wanna
He
do it
doesn't
without-
want to do it without Brenton.
Now, I'm telling you, if you get those two guys together, if they're anything like the party chats, my God.
Dude, get Brenton on with me alone. I can talk
Like-
to Brenton, and I can talk to Shane.
Brenton's got that gift that when he
He's just
doesn't,
such a genuine guy, dude.
but like whenever he jokes, like he could be just stone cold face, and then just everybody around them is
Like,
just
he'll say-
losing it.
He'll
wheezing
say
everything.
some stuff that's just like hilarious, and he just said it. He was just talking about
He
something.
just
Yeah.
said it casually and looks around. And everybody's
That's that like
just falling over
Jordan.
dead.
That's that Jordan Tatum funny. I don't know if you talk to Jordan. Oh my gosh, dude, he'll say
He'll
something.
mess you up, man.
He'll say it with a straight face and mean it, and I'm just like,
and you just gotta
You
look
can't
away.
help but
You
laugh.
gotta look away.
You just got to turn your head and like try to laugh in
and
silence
he's
because
being
you're just
serious.
yeah, he's drop dead serious, and you're just like, how do I not laugh at this?
There's no way you can't, man.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't. And like the way,
no way.
and
at
the
all.
way that Brenton is just made to, like, we went on a senior trip. Our senior trip was Gatlinburg. You know, go up in the cabin.
Yeah, y'all didn't go with that big group. Y'all did y'all's own thing.
No, we didn't go with Jackson. All them. They offered me to go, but I was like, well, my boys. They invited me first. Go with the boys.
Yeah.
Well, we're sitting there. Go ahead.
Speaking of that, we got to figure out what we're doing, boys.
Oh, no idea, man.
We got to figure out who's going with
Let's
us.
not
Don't
discuss
ask
it on
me.
the podcast, though. I don't want people knowing where I'm at.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
But
I
anyway-
want to go to a small, secluded place, preferably.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I just want to chill.
But anyways, we get in go karts. Okay.
We get
Uh-oh.
go-karts.
We get in go karts, like, little go karting
Oh,
ring. And James has the high pressure of being, the proclaim, I guess, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
You're
is
Dale
Earnhardt.
Yeah.
So like everything is
Dale
on me.
Earnhardt the third.
I mean, if I don't win this, then I've just failed. Like
got that Earnhardt blood
I
in
go
you?
sit in the cabin for
Like
another
the
day. and
pressure
just waste
is
the whole day.
immense. It's like whenever we load up Red Dead. All right,
Oh, God.
Oh, that
And-
pressure's on.
it's them two trying to kill me. The pressure's on
That's
because
what Red Dead's all about. That's what
I'm
we do.
the-
I was about to say, it's kill or be killed.
I will destroy anybody in this county. Anybody who just plays in general. I don't know why I'm talented at this game. It's the only one I'm
I thought I
talented
was
at.
decent. No.
Yeah.
Then Connor's, he has to come to you.
I'll tell you what, the only
Game
game I'm
Beast
talented at is the Hunter Call of the Wild at
That's
this
what I'm
point.
saying. I'm good at the fishing part of that game. Oh my God.
Speaking
I have
of
a fishing
fishing,
hunt all
sir.
Oh, you talking about the Fisher Call of the Wild?
Yeah, it's like I thought it was like a DLC or something.
Yeah, it is. It is now.
Oh, there is a DLC
I
for
bought, I
fishing?
bought that.
You're a bit
Now
of
there
a
is.
fisherman, I
Yeah,
hear.
it just come out not too long ago.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
haven't-
speaking of, I bought The Way of the Hunter earlier.
Oh.
I decided to spend the $30, 31.89
Yeah,
to be
that-
exact. Kind of cried a little bit,
It's fine. It's fine.
but your boy has another game to finally just fall in a hole and probably not talk to nobody for 14 plus hours.
Sometimes it be like that, man.
That's fine.
I
All right, but
played
fishing.
Skyrim 3 over
You're a
time.
fisherman, I hear.
See, I am. I love fishing.
They would
Fishing.
probably kick my butt if I went fishing with them. Probably would.
I like casual. I ain't that competitive stuff. I could never do that tournament
Do you
stuff.
like
No,
fishing or
my
you
goodness.
like, you like catching fish? There's a difference.
I
See,
like fishing.
I like fishing. I like just getting your boys together.
Getting the boy, dude. I ain't caught a fish since
It
2019.
don't,
Don't
matter
get-
if you ain't catch as long as you're having fun. It don't.
Don't
matter.
get me wrong. I like if I'm fishing tournaments, I'm in a completely different mindset.
Yeah.
I like catching fish in tournaments.
In
I
tournaments,
like
it's grind. Nothing
See,
but
I couldn't do that, man. I can't.
it's hard.
world.
It's a mental game. It's a big mental game while you're fishing tournaments.
It is.
But like if I just call up one of them, I'm like, "Yo, boys, y'all want to go fishing?"
Yeah, that's
We're
the
just
best
fixing
time.
to chill out on a riverbank.
Yeah, I was about to say we're gonna have good conversations, just fish,
If you're with the boys fishing, I like fishing.
snack a little bit.
See, I can't do it by myself, but that's like how our four groups got together was
Yeah.
fishing. I don't. Is it Denson's Landing? Right? Got closed off a while back.
Yeah.
Got closed off. Well, we went down there. It was the funnest night ever. I'm talking about we set up a campfire. Whole 9 yards. It was nice. But I mean, I like it. I didn't do much. Over the summer, I just was too busy. That's the thing. Is like when you get in this lifestyle.
I'm gonna sit right here till he gets back, just like this, because
Yeah,
I know
how
I'm
that
not gonna be
is.
able to move.
I was contracting during the summer. I
bet you
pull like 85 hours a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I know
Oh.
how they feel.
Over the summer, I was back in May. I started working at a Quality, and we were doing I was working 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then where I live on the farm. Well, I say I was working 10 hours a day. Since I work on the yard, I'd come in an extra hour early.
Yeah.
set things up, get everything ready for the day, trucks get loaded, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was working 55 hours a week on the clock there, and that's saying I didn't get any other time, like on Saturdays or anything.
Yeah.
Which
And then,
happened occasionally.
Which did happen occasionally. There would be days where we'd work till 7, 8 o'clock at night, just depending on.
You know how it is with the business.
That's just, you'll have those days.
Yeah. But then I was doing a lot of side work on the weekends, working on the farm, pretty hot, heavy. The schedule was pretty booked this summer.
I mean, yeah. But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It means you're going, getting work,
Yeah.
getting some money, getting some break. It just sucks.
But
sometimes.
one thing
It does
that
suck.
this summer really made me realize is that the group of boys I'm around, like, we're all, like, we've got the mindset of, like, work. Like,
I really do think I was born in the wrong generation.
That's how I feel about it.
Because everybody else is talking, man, can't hire kids these days. Can't do it.
yeah.
They won't work. I'm
And, like,
dude, I'm out here trying to build my future.
Exactly.
I pulled,
Like,
I think the most hours I pulled in a week during the summer was like 100, 110 maybe.
Yeah.
I worked like a dog trying to build my future up.
And like, especially in today's generation, that carries you alone. It's just like, whenever Gary hired me, like Gary, he went up to me and he was like, "I know you're a student. Do you want to do this? I can help you about this."
Yeah.
Well, I joked. I was like, "Gary, you're offering me about $5 more to drive an ambulance." Yes, but like I told him in all honesty, I was like, "Well, I'm here to work. Like, let's if you want me to go out in the back where the rescue squad is and just change oils, like I'm willing to work."
No, I'm willing to do anything.
Like, yeah, if as long as you give me the money and I see that paid stuff go through my account, I don't care what it is. Just I'm here to work.
I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I may not be happy about it, but I'll do it.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I couldn't have been more
I've
happy
seen
with
some
life.
things because I've done some things.
And that's how you learn.
That is
and
how it is.
Trenton is farmers only.
.com.
No.
No, shoot. State Farm.
You've been making little farmersonly.com.
No.
That's where he found this one.
Oh,
Hadn't been on Farmers Only. Might have to try
can't
that
tell
out
me
if this one
different.
fails. If this one fails, I might have to try that one out.
You were definitely on farmersonly.com.
I'm about to make a Tinder account.
go for it.
Oh, God.
You only live once.
I'm
we
18
go.
now. Why not?
All right, Connor, I'm going to go ahead and say this now. I'm going to say this while we're on live. If you get catfished,
It's gonna
hard,
happen. It's gonna happen
if you
eventually.
get catfished hot and heavy, son, and you called me to tell you to come pick you up because you thought this absolute dime piece of a woman was about to pick you up and some 60-year-old crackhead
Listen,
who just wants to get laid picked you up.
if it's 60-year-old, you gotta see what she does for a living, though.
Yeah, you got
I said she's a crackhead.
If she's a crackhead, but she rolls up in the Mercedes, there may be something.
Dude, if she's a crackhead, there's money involved. Huh?
But I mean, it depends on the crackhead that manages the money, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, is like she a hardcore crackhead?
Or is
like,
she just a dealer?
I mean, just
all right, if she's a dealer,
Look, all I'm saying,
never mind.
60-year-old
Never mind. Hold
crackhead
up,
comes
hold
up to me.
Hold up. We're on live air. We can't be talking about crackhead dealers.
I'll say what I want. 65-year-old dealer comes up to me. Dime of a woman. I'm talking. I love me some old women, all right? Because they just ain't old in heart. They're about 20
they're
in heart.
respectful. They know what's
And
going on.
Tristan's grandma. Let's just say, I love Tristan's grandma. I want to marry her. I will take her from.
Tristan's been trying to go on a date
what-
with, or not.
what's
Tristan,
this
but
guy's
Tristan's
name?
been trying to go on a date
Eddie
with.
Richardson.
Who's this 80 guy here about? All
I
right.
gotta go pee. boys.
Sounds
I want that
sounds like
Sue
competition.
Richardson. He's competition. I mean, look, I know he's got the old OBS Fords, whatever. I'm Connor Tennant.
Listen, just a little down payment.
Love you, Sue Richardson. You ain't a day over 22.
I was going to guess 18, but,
Hey, just roll up in that 2022 Silverado.
Do it. I'm hopping in.
I'm just hopping.
I don't care
How you
how
doing?
old you
How
are.
you doing, honey?
So, do you like your job pretty good?
Yeah, dude, I love it. It really has helped me. And after the breakup, you want to say about that?
Yeah, man.
It's 'cause-
Look, the thing was when I got broke up with, immediately that same day, I went and washed somebody's truck with
Yeah, you
by
said-
hand.
yeah.
And then after that, 16-hour shifts, bro.
Well, I mean,
I was so busy working that I
Yeah,
couldn't
man.
even think about.
couldn't
the
think
wallet
about
was
And that's what
looking
you got to
real
do,
it.
dude.
Yeah, wallet's looking good.
While it's
memories
looking
fading.
good because, one, I'm working so much. By the time I get home, I'm in bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have time for nothing.
Just go to
But
sleep,
at
do it
the
all over
time,
again.
unfortunately, dropping about half my bank account every time on gas sucked.
I did too.
I was really hoping.
$4.65 a gallon.
I was really hoping to get about $6 a gallon because I can tell my grandkids, yeah, I lived through a pandemic, about $6 in gas. I made it. I made it, by God. But I mean, yeah, I love it. Like, I didn't, again, going back, I want to be a teacher. I never would have saw the day that I would have done this. But I love it. It's, you help people out who really need you. I work with a great crew. And it just, it means a lot. Like,
So is my dad.
no, we love Adam.
He's all right sometimes.
He's awesome.
Oh,
I love him.
wow, really?
Yeah, like I said, he's soothing. He's so soothing.
Soothing, yeah, put you right
I
back to
think
sleep.
as long as you have a clean house, you could win Grand Over.
That's hard, though.
Shame.
That's hard.
Yeah.
It's a
A
shame.
working man's room is never.
I mean, I'm moving in with her. Why do I have to have a clean house?
Exactly.
Think
She's got
about
the mansion. I live in a trailer. Okay, where do you think I'm moving?
Her house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why does my room have to be clean?
Why's
I
he
don't worry
talking
about it.
about Sue like he owns her?
You got another guy up for grabs. You need to start tying loose
You
ends.
could start working for her and get good money.
You could.
Well,
Okay, we're moving on.
So-
Going back to it is I just
in your job,
Yeah.
Obviously first responder, you've done it for 5 weeks. You say no.
about 5 weeks. Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've seen? Obviously, no names. No names.
Well,
so.
the craziest thing, it wasn't even I was working, but the craziest thing that I did in this whole thing is like, and it humbles your ass. Like, it really tells you, like, okay, this is serious. This guy, I was in Parsons doing a clinical, and he had a AAA. And a AAA is I think it's called an aortic aneurysm rupture. It is the main artery in the heart. Like, if you look at the heart, the main artery is the aorta. Aorta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything about medical, you're not going to pronounce it right.
No.
That is the main supply of blood to the heart. That is how you live and that's how you breathe. Well, that thing can rupture, obviously.
Yeah.
If you rupture, you're dead in about 2 seconds. Well, this guy, he's complaining of chest pain, and he's breathing really hard, which usually is it's the body's kind of reaction to maintain what they call homeostasis, trying to balance it out.
Yeah.
Well, he's pale and like that. It's all the signs like it's a AAA. Well, as for me, I didn't even know about that, and like we're getting the ambulance, and
Excuse me.
this is where it really got real for me. He's about probably in his 50s, right?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't want to die. Don't let me die. Like, I don't want to die. And that hits you as a
tough.
student, and because you're just like, okay.
Because I bet you could hear the fear in his voice.
Yeah, and they look at you too. Like they're not just looking at like around. They're looking at you. Like that's when I was like, okay, this is for me. You gotta be serious. Well, and the thing that is you can see is he's sitting up, reclined, about like how we are in the little stretcher, because he wants to sit up, and we're giving him oxygen and stuff like that because he's breathing hard. Oxygen is dropping. Well, his abdomen starts swelling. Now this guy makes it, but just the whole, and he starts swelling up, and you can see the redness. You can see redness because usually whenever the redness there, that means that sucker is bulging. It's about to rupture. Like if I did one thing to him and he was in that thing, popped it, he would have been dead about 2 seconds. Well, we get there, and he starts throwing up and everything. And the craziest thing that I saw was you saw decompression. You start coming back down. That don't ever happen. They don't ever happen. Usually, whenever the aortas are usually that big up and it's about to rupture, you don't go back down because it's all that build up of blood, right?
Yeah.
Well, it goes back down and it comes back up again, and I'm like, what the fuck? But that's probably the craziest. Like I've not had any, bad situations in like clinicals and like working, but like just that whole day was crazy. Like that whole day was crazy, and that really kind of sets you up and it tells you, all right, this line of work is real. Like you gotta get your shit together.
Yeah.
Because again, like he's just begging us, like, don't let me die. I don't want to die. And he's like starting crying, and you're like, oh my god. Because I'm just a student. I'm just like there.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you're still kind of in the.
Like you're here there to learn.
You're still learning the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like, it's go time.
Yeah, it's go time. Like you gotta flip it on.
I'm
flip it
here.
off.
Oh, wow.
But my medic, she did a fine job. But that's probably the craziest thing is because usually that don't ever happen. Another thing is like, I seen a man overdosed and he came like awake from Narcan, but without Narcan, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
We get a call. It's like OD, blah blah. It was over in Wayne County, and well, it's like CPR in progress, blah blah. So we're just hauling ass too. This is another crazy thing. This is probably, I guess if you want to say crazy, that's probably the thing that I saw. Is he's half dead. Like he's laying sideways because he's thrown up. And EMS, if someone's thrown up, put him on your side because they're gonna choke on it, right?
Yeah, they are.
Well, he's gray and he's cool. Okay, he's getting no oxygen, right? Well, I start hooking him up to the cardiac monitor, getting some vital signs, right? He's gasping for air, which is good in the EMS world. You know, they're breathing. Well, and he's gasping, and the medic whips out the needle for the Narcan, and Narcan is just what they give people that OD, right? That's just it masks the sensors in your whole body to kind of take away that drug effect. Because obviously, people that are doing this, they want to get high, not feel anything. Well, it kind of masks that over and brings you back. Well, he's sitting there, and we're fooling with him. And like I said, he gets the needle out, and the guy goes, and he raises up. I'm telling you, he goes from laying supine on the floor to raising up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because he starts, his skin starts flushing and everything, and he starts just ripping it off because he's pissed off. That's what they do whenever you OD. Most of the time is they're gonna be mad because that's just the body's reaction. It's like, whoa, you woke me up. What the hell?
Yeah.
He goes, what? Why are y'all here? What's going on? I'm like, you weren't breathing for 30 minutes, buddy. Like, he goes, no, what's going on? You were dead for like 15 minutes. And the cop over there started CPR, and he goes, no, he didn't. I've been sleeping. I'm like, no. You've been in a bad way. But I mean, again, I haven't seen much, but that's about the craziest I've seen.
I kind of got two. I'd say they're like pretty good, like encourageable questions.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like my last two questions. So I like to end on this. I always like to end on this question. It's kind of like our kicker. It's like our stitch. Like I ask almost everybody who comes on here this question. So I'll save that one for last. Yeah. This one, like what would, for anybody like watching this, would you recommend the field you're in?
Okay, now that's a good question. Is you can do whatever you want to be. For everybody watching, you can do whatever you want to be. Take it from me. I was teaching. Said, you know what? I don't want this. I guarantee half the people that watch this would have looked at James in high school and said, he's not doing this. No way he's doing this. Like this is. Hold on, yards. Is you can do it, but you got to be prepared to make moral changes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like.
It's a big step up.
Like I mean, you're
about to see stuff that a lot of people can't handle.
You're gonna see stuff that people aren't normally see. Like I had a student. I didn't have a student. I ain't no damn teacher. Is one of my students. She saw someone dying aspirate on their vomit, and she was really messed up about it. And she didn't want to talk about it. I'm just like, this isn't normal. This isn't what y'all see and things like that. This isn't normal. This is traumatic events that you're having to witness. So, in the grand scheme of things, anybody can do this. But you have to have the right mindset, and you also have to set aside that this line of work isn't about you. It is not about you in the slightest. Mm-hmm. Going back to that little call that got a refusal. Yeah, it sucks, and it makes a lot of people mad. It would make me mad. But at the end of the day, it's not about you in this line of work. It's not. You don't get the star of life that's on every ambulance just because it's about you. Because you have to help others in this line of work.
Now you talked about the tones going off, my dad doing that.
Yeah.
My dad's on the rescue squad and all that, and fire department. I'm on the fire department.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple rescue squad calls. I've seen those things.
Yeah.
I have seen a dead body before.
And it humbles you, and that's what made me start.
I pulled him out of the river.
Yeah.
That's not normal, but
no,
but it's
not.
once you do it, once you're there, if you can handle it, you're gonna figure out real quick.
Yeah.
That's kind of how that went.
And I mean, another thing too is, like I said, it ain't about you, and you gotta be polite to people, man. Like,
yeah, that's an important thing. I mean,
you gotta be polite. You gotta be understanding of what they're going through, because they're not calling you because they want to see an ambulance outside their house. They're calling you because they're in need and they need your help.
And they're not gonna call a fire department
Yeah.
I mean,
I just wanted y'all to come down here and see the fire truck.
Yeah, I just wanted to get some hot dogs going over this fire that's burning my field. That was my pay for the year.
Yeah, they're wanting you to help. So again, people can do this, but you got to know what you're getting into. You know, it's hard hours. I'm there for 24 hours most of the time. Sometimes even longer. You're gonna miss things. Mm-hmm. You know, whenever I was with my ex-girlfriend, I worked in jail. You're there for 12 hours. So if you get tucked on that night shift, you're not doing anything for the whole day.
Yeah.
You know, you have to miss like bowling trips. You got to miss Thanksgiving. You got to miss, just family events.
Just part of it.
It's just part of it,
It's the jobs that need to be done.
It's the jobs that need to be done.
Somebody's got to do it. Might as well be James Rigby.
Hey, like I said, I never would have thought this, but I loved it. I loved every second of it. It's
That's good, man. It's good that you enjoy what you do.
Like sometimes I found myself like, you really thought that was cool? Because like when you look at like injuries, you're just like, okay.
Okay.
Like, hell yeah. Like, how'd you do this thing? There would be a guy with a broken finger, like, damn, dude, what'd you do? And then you just fix them up and things like that. But anybody can do this.
And what you say that a lot of people won't see, like what you will see in that line of work.
Yeah. And that's not just saying, like, we're above everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, people aren't going to see
no
broken femur with a leg sticking out. Yeah. I mean, the people that call the ambulance, they may do it, but they're gonna walk away.
Yeah, like you're not gonna have some like, and I'll say this because I seen it happen right up the road from my house. This guy, he was heavily intoxicated.
Wait, I'm gonna stop you right there. Was that at Harley, right across Harley Wright's house?
No.
Because what made me change the whole graphic of my job is on that road there was a guy heavily intoxicated and he was ejected out of his car and he didn't look like a person, and I was the first guy there, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No, this was a while back, a good while back, probably year and a half, so maybe a little longer than that.
I know what you're talking about.
He wrecked right in a little culvert by my aunt's house.
Yeah.
Sounded like a gun went off right outside our house, and it was 300, 400 yards up the road.
Yeah.
And he hit that culvert so hard that his car ended up, of course, that was it, like, that culvert where it is, there's a little culvert that runs under the road because we've got a little field right there, and then we hunt back there and stuff. Well, he hit that culvert, and his car ended up coming up over and, like, landing on its wheels in, like, the driveway of where we pull in to hunt and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we ended up going down there, and I was 15 at the time, so it was before last June.
Yeah.
And I went over there my mom's worked in the medical field ever since she got out of school.
Yeah.
And we went up there, and, like, his face was, like, from the entire left side of his face was just not there. Like, all the skin was gone. It was just pouring blood. Messed his jaw, side of his face up real bad. He's missing part of his ear.
That's a major fracture.
Yeah. Well, both of his eyes ended up having to be sewed shut because...
Oh, he lived this?
He lived.
I'm telling you, that's
crazy, man.
Your body go through a lot, man.
Yeah.
You don't realize what your body can go through until it goes through it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I don't know what the good Lord was thinking, but I'm telling you, the human body can go through everything.
Yeah.
Gary said the guy we pulled out of the river was alive for 15 minutes before he ever died. The tractor landed on his neck.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have been alive that long.
No,
and he was under the water the whole time.
Yeah, and you want me to be honest with you? He probably drowned.
Yeah, that's what got him. Is he drowned, and he knew what was going on probably, and that's awful.
He knew exactly what was going on.
But I mean,
and that's the thing about living in a small place like Perry County.
Is you're going to see people you know.
You're going to see people get in accidents. You're going to see people that you don't know get into accidents. And thank God that I live in a place like I do, because when I wrecked my truck, a guy that I've never seen before in my life stopped to see if I was okay.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about living in a place like this, where if something ever does happen, anybody that comes by is going to stop.
Yeah.
95% of the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's me that it wrecked. It doesn't matter if it's one of them. Doesn't matter if it was you. Doesn't matter if it's anybody that's watching it. If somebody's in a bind and they really need help in a small place like this,
people are gonna help you.
People will. And it's not just like tragic situations like somebody wrecking or somebody's house burning down.
Somebody's on the side of the
Somebody just on
road.
the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like if you're just like pulled over on the side of the road, in which I do it quite often just because that's how I've always been raised. You know, if you see somebody in need, help.
Every time I see
That's where
somebody
you're supposed
pulled
to be.
over,
You just
I'll
gotta.
pull over and go, "You good?"
That
Yeah.
5 seconds could change. That could mean
I
they
was
could be
about to
having
say.
a bad day and like they have a flat tire. Oh shit, I have a flat tire. They're mad. But
Yeah.
that 5 seconds, the guy checking on could make the difference.
It was a veteran one time I pulled over for, and he's like, "You just made my day. You're a kid.
Yeah.
You don't see kids doing that anymore."
Yeah.
And there's a song that
didn't need no help,
really made me start to think about it. And I listened to it probably for the first time probably 4 years ago or something. It's called "The Call" by Matt Keenan.
Never heard of it.
And the basis of the song is this guy. He starts it out with like, this guy was parked at the end of a dead end road, and he was ready to end it, basically.
Yeah.
And just out of the blue, he got a phone call from his buddy saying that they were going down to the river.
Yeah.
And it's just like little things like that. It really opens your eyes because you realize how true that is the older you get.
And
Like a quick phone call
can make the difference, man. It can make the difference.
Like it could be a phone call or
That's life
You know,
and death
just-
right there, literally.
yeah, pretty much.
just stopping to see like if somebody needs something on the side of the road, like they,
You don't know where they're at. I mean, that could have been.
mentally you don't know where they're at.
You don't know where anybody's at. Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
And like I can say, oh, these two right here, they're my boys. I know exactly where they're at mentally. But
Sometimes you may not know what they're going through.
yeah,
I mean, that's just everybody. That's the big thing. Just be kind to everybody. I mean, just be
Yeah.
kind. It ain't gonna hurt to be kind. It ain't
It's
gonna
free.
hurt. It's facts. It's free. And it don't do
Don't
anything
cost
for
me
you.
nothing.
It don't affect you in a bad way or anything.
I might have to go out of my way sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's worth it.
I was about to say. I mean,
Sometimes going out of your way ain't a big deal.
it's a lot easier for me to miss something and spend 6 hours, 7 hours a day, a week, whatever it is, with whoever to make sure they're all right, than it is for me to show up at a funeral home and carry a casket.
And then have to mourn that for months, even weeks,
Years.
years, years. And sometimes
It's never going to go away.
never gonna go away. Yeah.
It's never going to go away. But I tell you, I'd much rather, and it doesn't matter if I'm close to you,
Yeah.
or if I can't stand you, especially in a place like this, I feel like a lot of people are like me.
Yeah, and that's why I did the whole job.
I would much rather spend, all night talking to somebody to make sure they're all right
Yeah.
than I would having to hear that they're no longer here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going to that funeral home because in a small town like this, most everybody.
Yeah, you're gonna know everybody. Yeah.
Then going to a funeral home and watching somebody's mama cry.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is you just that makes me chill. Yeah.
It's tough.
And all it would have took was about 30-minute phone call from you.
Not even
Yeah.
maybe 15 phone, 10 minutes at times sometimes. No.
And it could just be as simple as it being like, yo, you need something, give me a call.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how's your name? How's your day? Not.
Yeah, or be careful getting home. Let me know when you
Yeah.
make it.
And I learned that with the
Never
breakup, man.
do.
Just small stuff. Just
Huh?
hey, how you doing?
Never do.
And yeah,
Sometimes it's like I know what's going on, but I don't mention anything. I'm like, hey man, let's go grab some drinks or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's go.
Let's
Get
go
some
to
ice cream.
Sonic and
Let's
get.
go to Sonic.
Yeah.
Let's go to Sonic
Yeah.
get a pretzel and some drinks.
Let's go to
Yeah.
Sonic and laugh at Subway. I mean, yeah. Laugh at Subway.
Let's go to the park and let's just walk around. Just anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
Let's
go
go
to
ride.
Village Pizza, man. Like, come
Let's
on.
go to Village Pizza. That's a way to turn somebody's day around right there.
I'll tell you what, going to Village, that'd be a good way to do it.
Buy them some wings.
That's
I was about to say, get 'em
Have you
some
tried their
wings.
garlic parm wings?
No, I'm not.
Garlic
Get
parm
some
wings from
boneless garlic
Village.
parm wings.
Ooh, buddy.
I'm telling you right
It's
now.
a weird choice, and a lot of people will probably be, ew, that's nasty. Try it. It's good.
I'm
I'm not
telling
even
you,
big on wings.
I eat there
look-
every day I'm on shift. I go to Village.
Really?
I'll order and I just ordered about the same thing. Medium cheese.
Hey, man.
You can't go wrong with it.
And I told Connor this whenever he told me about the garlic parm wings. I said, Connor, you could not pay me enough money to eat a garlic parmesan wing,
And I told him to
especially
try
a
it.
boneless wing.
Yeah.
I said, that has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Turns out he didn't have to pay you nothing.
Well, I tell you what, he got some one day, and I got some, which I'm a big traditional fan. I like bone-in wings.
Yeah, respectable.
And he got some boneless garlic parm wings, and I got a dozen of whatever I ended up getting. I don't remember. I may have got buffalo. I may have got barbecue. I don't know.
I've had buffalo. Buffalo's really good.
I do like Village's buffalo. Buffalo's one of those things where it's got to be made by the right people, or it's
True.
yeah, it's just
it's hit or
Buffalo
miss.
is just a hit or miss. Though.
yeah, it's a hit or a miss.
I'm not a spicy food kind of guy,
Me
so
neither.
I'd never do it.
Now me on the other hand, I like I want spice to my food. There's a difference between hot and spice, and I want spice, not hot.
He's got that Louisiana tongue, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love a crawfish bowl. My papa bowls crawfish all the time. Crawfish, shrimp, whatever.
I've been to his papa's house
I'll take some shrimp.
twice
And
in
like,
my life.
I gotta have milk with me.
Yeah.
But like, I can turn up at a
Crawfish.
crawfish bowl. I just gotta have milk.
Yeah.
just-
See,
He can turn up at
Oh.
a family reunion.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
get on that milk.
On that milk.
I'm strung out on milk.
Milk does a body good. I love milk. You can't
Look,
go
I
wrong
jumped
with
off a
milk.
balcony, and the only reason I didn't break a bone was because I had how many ounces of milk did we drink a day? Was it 45 ounces of milk that we drank during breakfast?
Good.
Probably close to it.
That make you sick, dude.
Overdose on
We would
milk.
drink it in the morning and then go weedy. No, bro, remember that time me and you drank like 5 apiece?
Coffin
Whenever we
Valley.
had the chocolate and that good whole milk.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, teenager with an overdose.
Dude, me and him
on milk.
drunk.
Oh, my dad
She'd
would
be like,
so soothing then.
She's
He'd
like,
be
y'all are nasty.
I'm
You want
not
me to
going
order
to
some
nasty.
more?
What did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. And she did.
You heard me.
It was
You heard me.
like,
it's good.
I swear to you, the only reason it didn't break my leg from jumping off that balcony was because I had that much milk in my body.
Can you still not feel it?
No, I still can't feel
No,
my
he
leg.
has major
probably
nerve damage.
No, the nerves are gone. But
What nerves? What nerves?
yeah, for real. So James, here's my last question. Now. Are you ready?
And
Yes,
this
I'm ready
this
for
is a
it.
good question.
In the great words
and
of
if you
Jax
have to
Plunkett,
take for a minute,
You
to
better
sit back and-
buckle up.
Better buckle up.
If you
Let
have
me put it
to,
on.
you know,
Yeah, if you
have
can't
to
answer
sit
this
back
off the
and think-
tongue, take a second to think. We'll shoot some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say we can shoot something between the four of us for a minute, but think about this question because
This
James.
is top of the line stuff right here.
What is one piece of advice you would give us or anyone like around our age going into we're about to graduate high
You're
school?
seniors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to graduate high school. He's still in high school. Just us, like our
Well,
age or
it
even
can help
younger.
him. It can help him.
Even younger. Anybody watching this, what is your biggest piece of advice you would give them?
Two things.
He's right off the bat, buddy.
He's on it.
It's first off, you know, especially with y'all's friend group, you know, if your friend group's gonna last, you're gonna make it work, right? You know, people all tell you all about, oh yeah, we go our separate ways, we don't talk talk no more. Well, that's at the end of the day, that wasn't a real friendship. I'll tell you right now, because like I said, my guys we're in school. I'm working and in school at the same time, and I'm tired sometimes, but we still all make it work.
yeah,
You know, just make your friendship work. If you truly value it as much as y'all like say y'all do, you'll make it work. You'll make it work. And I mean, another thing too is just do whatever you want to do, man. Be whoever you want to be. You know, you may look at a certain job and be like, well, that's I don't know about this. Go try it. Be who you want to be.
Never know until you try it.
Exactly. And that's the prime example with me is like I said, I want to be a teacher. Got in this line of work, don't ever want to get out of it. You know, no matter who says anything, like, oh, you don't fit that, you don't do that, you know, you realize what you're getting into, right? Yeah. You go do it. You know, you only live once, and just have fun. And again, with relationships, third thing, don't ever change. You know, if you really want a relationship and a you know, for girls, a man, if you want a man, or for guys, if you want a woman, hold on yards, if it's going to work, you don't have to change. That's the biggest red flag anybody can do. You won't ever have to change. And don't rush anything. And, you know, another thing too is age is, that's the big second thing, is age is only a number, right? I'm 19 years old and I'm driving an ambulance. That's scary. If you think about it, a 19-year-old guy who's drove the interstate 4 times, and the 4 times were on an ambulance. Age is only something you can. It's only like just a label.
It's just a number.
It's just a number.
Don't mean nothing.
It don't mean
Yeah.
nothing.
You can do anything you put your mind to. You just got to get out there and do it.
Charlie Jones rocked my world when he told me what he was doing at 19.
What was he doing?
He was serving a tour in Iraq and starting a family.
I love Charlie.
A 19-year-old kid was out in Iraq. If you want to go do something, you go do it. No regards, and have a go-to attitude. If it pisses off somebody, fuck them.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. You do you. You carve your own path.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean that sounds cocky, but I mean
that's what it is.
That's your
at
life.
the end of the day, that's what it is.
Like he was talking about. You got to start making your life. Y'all are at the age where everything that y'all do is crucial to what y'all are going to be like. I don't understand how people are like, yeah, I don't have a job, and they're like, 21, 22, and I'm like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I could see, like, my best friend's prime example. He's never had a job, but this kid's going to make money when he gets out of school, out of college.
Yeah,
that's the difference. But like,
talking about Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan.
Yeah, he's working towards it right now.
He's working towards it. Man's got like a 28 on his ACT. He's a genius.
Yeah.
I thought he ended up. No, he had like 30 plus, didn't he?
I wouldn't doubt it.
He's the second time.
Ethan had
no,
is
like
a
second
smart
time
cookie.
he had like a 33.
Yeah, he's
a 33
he's
or a
a
34.
And he's gonna make that money after school. But just again, you make your own life. You make your own life. But also look at your choices. Be smart. I know I've given you about 6 different things, but it's crucial for y'all.
It's a lot to go into that question, man.
Yeah.
So,
your choices too have an effect on other people. Be kind. Don't be what y'all are. What y'all are right now is be kind to people, because you could be like down bad or something. You could be $25 in the count, but that one guy that you were polite to gave you a job. They just catapult you into getting your feet
putting
back
your
on.
life back together.
Yeah, pretty much.
just plant your feet in the dirt and start putting your boots on and
Yeah.
clothes with it,
Yeah.
But yeah, biggest thing, and that's just the number one thing. Do you? Whatever you want to do, you do it. Whatever it takes, do it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Well, buddy, I reckon you might answer that question better than anybody else who's ever been asked it.
And that's a hard question.
I mean,
it is.
You're around our age, Like, I mean, we grew up almost together. I mean, like, we weren't like tight or whatever.
You were just a little.
But, like,
older than us.
you've always been somebody I've known.
Yeah, like ever since we were in Louisville.
Ever since Louisville, like, you've always been somebody I've known.
Yeah.
And my mom and your mom used to.
Yeah, I mean, she still sees him at the store and still talk to him.
I know, like, they still talk, like,
Mm-hmm.
and but like, I really do appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
And,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me. But I just, it's a multiple of things. It's not just one advice that's gonna get you through life. You're gonna learn so much stuff, and but the key foundation is just the simple, good old not caring. I guess that sounds cocky, but not caring, but just doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. Well, buddy, I'm gonna do my outro, so I ask you to step off, and then whenever we get done,
Love
we'll definitely
having
need
you
to
on,
talk
Rigby.
some more.
No problem.
Yeah.
We'll get back to the house and go to bed.
What an episode, man!
That was an
That was a heck
episode,
of an
boys.
episode, man. That got really deep.
I love that James
Really,
Rigby
really
guy.
deep.
He's such a good guy.
Great guy. Great guy.
Speaking of like really, really deep, I know we planned on like if we ever run out of people who wanted to be on the show and stuff, that's probably what we would end up doing. But I think we need to maybe set aside like every other month, just one episode.
Just for the boys, man.
We
Yeah,
could
like-
get deep on
Like
him.
just us, like
Like just to talk like we usually do.
We
yeah,
just bring on
Man.
Tristan, dude. I mean,
yeah.
We could get deep. on
Like
him.
just bring in people, or like if we do it, bring in people that are real close to our friend group. Like keep it a little to the minimum on the questions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
and just get talking about something.
I was about to say we just do a little live check on each other, kind of.
I'm down.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like it'll help, like, people watching it, too, because people see these or whatever, cool. But, I mean, heck, you never know who some people might look up to
Yeah.
us. I mean,
Or
if
like-
you're looking up to me, I'm sorry. But,
Yeah. Yeah,
but you never
you've got
know.
some better options somewhere.
Jokes aside, but like if there's people here looking up to us, man,
Or
just
like-
get out there and talk with your boys, or you can come talk to us. Like
I was about to say,
as you can tell, we're on. Hold on, let me look at my chart here.
episode 6.
Episode 6. I don't care to talk to anybody or talk about anything with anybody and let anybody see it. Everybody see it that wants to see it, and
I will
we keep it real.
I will say though that I think it's not really the fact that like people look up to us or stuff, but like people put on the whole like, oh, you ain't got to show your emotions or whatnot, which is all cool and fine, but
You
at the
need
end
to.
of
You need to have somebody you can. So watch us just get deep with each
I was
other,
about
and
to
then go
say-
get deep with your boys, man. Or come talk to us.
Just
I was
the way
about to say-
I was kind of raised like that. You don't do whole emotion things unless you're around them people.
yeah,
And
like
I
you've
mean,
got
you need to
you've
have
got
those
those
people.
Try to find those people in your life because like even though I'm not real close to him, he's been real close with my cousin and stuff like Rigby. Him and Tristan are real close. Like I know, like at the end of the day, if I needed something, I could give him a call. I mean, he's just right over the hill from where I live.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one of those things. Find people who you can really go to and get deep with, because there's going to be times where you're going to need to talk to somebody.
Life's gonna hit hard
Life's
one day.
gonna
If
hit.
it hasn't yet, it will, and if it's already has,
It's gonna
know
put
what
you
we're
down on
talking
your
about.
knees, and you gotta have somebody there to help you get back up.
But with everything aside, man,
Let's shoot that outro, boys.
Let's
we're about to get out of this. So, for everybody watching, don't forget to enter our Christmas giveaway. It's super easy. All you gotta do is just make the TikTok, put the hashtag Perry County Podcast Christmas giveaway, and if you need more information, the link is in the description. So go check it out. Also, go check out some Founder merch. You don't have to buy any, but go check it out. The link for that is also in the description. And we invite you to come back next week and. Or just for our next episode, because month of December, we're just gonna put two out every week, just so you have something to watch. And if you don't have time to watch all of them, it's cool. But do enter our Christmas giveaway and win that $50 Visa gift card. I'm looking forward to seeing all your submissions and stuff. Make it weird and wacky. It's got to be creative for us to pick it. And if there's 2 that are really creative, we're just gonna go off of the likes, or we might see about doing a poll on YouTube. I know you can do that. But, with that being said, don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button, as it would mean the world to us. And it's totally free. And, you can undo it at any time, right? Mm-hmm. So, just hit that little red button. It don't take but 2 seconds. And, if you are missing out on our videos and you're curious why, you can hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button.
Send notifications directly to your cellular device.
Yeah, it'll tell you when we make our videos. So... yeah, thank you again for coming and watching with us, watching and talking, because it's just our nature.